time of year again. College football, it is back.
Here in Boulder, Colorado, right now is the epicenter of college football.
It's time! It's time! Let's go!
Welcome to RobDaManMedia with co-host Coach Dre.
What's happening, man? We back. NFL draft tonight. Buffs gonna be drafted tonight. Coach Dre, how you feeling? It is NFL day where new beginnings begin for some of our Colorado Buffs tonight. How are you feeling?
Oh man, you know it brings back a lot of memories. I know what this day feel like. I know what they're going through. I know their anxiety. I know you just want this you want this moment to come, but this the day you've been working so hard for these young men, and I just want them to take it in. I want them to enjoy it. I want them to seize the moment. I know it's a lot of hate going on. I know it's a lot of this, that, and the other, but you know, we just got to be thankful for the moment. So I just want them to, you know, take everything in. But you know, I like I've been saying, I'm just ready for this to be over with. I'm just ready for the whole thing to be over with, the whole weekend really to be over with. So we'll know where these boys can go, where they're going, and we know what work they got to do. That's all I'm concerned about now.
Hey, listen, if you just not joining the stream, welcome in to RobDaManMedia with Coach Dre. I'm your co-host, Rob the Man, with my brother, Coach Dre. So, hey, if y'all can do us one favor, smash the like button, share the stream right now. We want everybody to come in here. Let's have a party. Let's have a talk. Drop some questions in the chat that you have for me and Coach Dre, because, man, it's been a minute since we did this for y'all. So we here to give y'all a good show today. So, man, if y'all could do us one solid favor, and that's just share the stream for us and smash that like button, we would really appreciate it. But, hey, back to the show. Man, I am so ready to know where our guys are going. Just off the fact of, man, I'm just tired of all the extra noise, all the BS narratives and everything that's going on right now. I just want our guys to have a place to know where they're going so they can get on this journey and get this thing going. It's been a while. The journey is starting tonight for, you know, a couple of us, but over the next few days, over this weekend, we're going to see some Buffs get drafted that people didn't think was going to get drafted. And I just want you to talk about, you know, one of the Buffs that you are most excited to see get drafted this weekend.
Well, I mean, everyone knows my affinity for Jimmy Horn, my guy. But them Florida boys, him and LaJohntay Western, I'm so excited for them in the path that they had to go through to get to where they're going. And to hear that people think, you know, all off season people were thinking that they weren't going to get drafted and stuff like that. And I just want them guys to take it in. I know they'll be in Dallas. I mean, in Texas tonight with Shedeur and the boys. But then I think he'll be coming home afterwards to get with his family down here in Florida. But for Jimmy Horn, I'm just happy for him for this moment. You couldn't write it any better for these young men. They did everything the right way. I'm just ready for, like I said, I'm just ready for this to be over for them because these young men got their names drugged through the mud for no reason most of the time. They never had no off the field issues. You never, and like I say, the NFL digs. Let y'all understand that they dig. They go all the way back to youth league coaches, your next door neighbor. They really dig. And in this process, besides the hate that was going on and the blatant lies, there were no red flags for these young men. And so for Jimmy, I'm just ready for my guy to get out here to be able to get on the NFL, to get in an NFL facility so he can get to work and show people what he's capable of doing.
Man, listen, our eternity for Jimmy, especially on this platform. If you've been around on this platform, you understand what Jimmy means to us, and everything that he's endured. So, Jimmy's definitely our guy, that we looking forward to. But I'm gonna go with a surprise person that people not talking about. That's Will Shepherd. I'm really excited to see where he lands. The two people I think that don't get talked about enough, that's gonna possibly get drafted is Will Shepherd and BJ Green. I think both of those two understand their purpose, and excited for this moment that they're about to endure on this next journey. But I'm excited for all the Buffs that get drafted, because a lot of people said you couldn't come to Colorado and get drafted. A lot of people said they wouldn't win. All the things that people said that couldn't happen, that shouldn't have happened, that wouldn't have happened, is about to happen. So that's the biggest blessing of it all, is watching them grow through all this adversity, on and off the field, to now get to hear their names being called over this weekend. It's truly the biggest blessing out of all the things that's going to transpire this weekend. But man, it's been a journey, since they got here to Colorado. And so one of the things that, I want us to reflect on is the adversity that you go through in life is going to prevail you in the future. So don't always take it in the wrong way. Just keep your head down and keep grinding. But curious note, Coach Drake, where do you want to see Shedeur Sanders land?
At this point, bro, I'm not gonna tell you. It just don't matter. It just don't matter. Because of the simple fact is, I think wherever he lands, he's going to change that franchise for the better, like he did everywhere else. I hear the rumblings. Like I say, if we get past, if I don't hear his name by pick 3, that's when I know that it could be some stuff that we might have to wait for a while. But I don't want nobody to get upset. I don't want nobody to get impatient. Just be real patient, because it might not be long. I know for a fact that there's some teams in the works of trying to trade up, but the only way they're going to trade up if they know for sure that Shedeur is there after 3. They're not going to try to trade up if Shedeur is not going to be there after 3. So we got to wait and see what happens after pick 3. The Browns don't take him, or if the Giants don't take him, watch that 4th and 5th pick. Those guys with the 4th and 5th pick, especially the Patriots, watch them probably try to trade out, and somebody try to get up to that 4th and 5th pick to try to get Shedeur Sanders. But people want to make sure that Shedeur is going to be there. They're not going to waste their time trying, because the Titans have already said they're not moving. I think the Browns have already said they're not going to move. So.
And now, Coach Dre, this is one thing that has not been talked about. Could the Titans throw a curveball and draft Travis Hunter?
It could happen. Again, I know they're throwing a lot of smoke and mirrors, but the one thing I always go back to is that owner said he wanted a generational. There's no way we pass on a generational talent. No disrespect to Cam Ward. He's not a generational talent. He's a good quarterback. He could end up being great. But generational talent, no. The guy that has the generational talent labeled to his name is Shedeur Sanders. So they could. That could definitely happen.
And so, with that being said, the reason why I threw that out there, right? I've been on record saying this, that I think whoever drafts Travis is going to try to find a way to jump back in the first round and draft Shedeur. I've been on record saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it. I just think whoever drafts Travis Hunter is going to try to make a move if Shedeur does not get picked at 3 to come back in the first round and get Shedeur Sanders to pair with Travis. How do you feel about that, Coach Dre?
I mean, it's a possibility. If somebody lets that happen, they're fools. There's no way if I'm the NFL, I let Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders get on the same team. There's just no way. There's just no way I do it. If I'm the NFL, I'm blocking that from happening. There's no way if the Titans draft Shedeur, Travis number one, am I trying to let them get back in the first round in nowhere, shape, or form where they can draft Shedeur Sanders? Because they gonna set the NFL on fire if something of that magnitude could happen. Everybody would be pleased. I just don't think any NFL teams gonna let that happen.
Hey, I'm keeping hope out there. I just got this weird feeling that you're gonna see some crazy things happen tonight, transpire, via some trades. You're gonna see some movement in this trades where players get picked where they shouldn't get picked. It's just got a weird feeling to this draft, and I think some team is going to try to pull off to get Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter on the same team. I don't know what that team is, but I got a weird feeling whoever drafts Travis first might be the team that keep your eyes on that might try to come back and draft Shedeur Sanders. Well, that's just me. But I'm gonna come back to the draft. I want to turn a little bit to Colorado right quick. With Flapjack and Cash leaving. What's your thoughts and your feelings about them two leaving? For me personally, I feel like we're going to be good. We got some pieces coming in that's not been announced. And I think a lot of people are overreacting to the offensive line. But I just want to know what's your thoughts and feelings about Cash Cleveland and Flapjack leaving off the offensive line, seeing that the work that they put in this and during the springtime, doing winter workouts and the progress they made from after the season to where they got to now.
I'm like I say, I'm not upset. I'm not mad with neither one of them. From what they saying about Cash, it might have just came down to the point of the scholarship. And if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? I understand where you're coming from. I would have waited, but I can see where you're coming from. But when you get an agent, I know what comes with that. So I'm not upset with nobody. Hey guys, y'all relax. Prime know what he's doing. I seen people lose their mind when Flapjack left. He only did that in spring practice, guys. He hadn't played a snap for us, so it's not like like Cash played snaps. He actually played in games. We saw that the upside to what Flapjack can do, and I'm proud of the kid. I think the kid is gonna be a hell of a ball player. But like I say, when you leave a place that grooms you, got your body ready, got you together, there's no way I'm leaving some place where I got myself together like that. But he got to do what's best for him. I'm going to always tell y'all that. That's what kids are going to do. You can't get upset with them. So let that kid go be great. I wish him the best. I love Cash Cleveland. He was down here at IMG. He did everything he could. He's done it. Like I say, if it's about the scholarship, I can understand that. And you can see what he's offering, what kind of offers he's getting, that coaches believe in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, he had over 30 offers as he hit the portal. So, I mean, 30 plus offers. So, yeah.
And when you're a freshman All-American, and, you know, but one thing Coach Prime going to do is you're going to compete. And you ain't going to never get comfortable with a job. So, you knew you was going to have to come in here and compete. And so, you know, he did whatever he felt was best for him. I don't know the details to it, so that's why I'm not, you know, getting involved. Yeah. But I'm happy for him. I love him to death. I love him to life. And so I'm just happy for them guys, whatever they decide to do.
I'm always, you know, anytime a player leaves, man, I just wish them the well. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate whatever you did for University of Colorado and you're moving on. But when you look on TV and you see a kid that, if you look at a picture from him last year to this year, you see the transformation of the body, right? Of all the way that he slimmed off and how he's moving now compared to last year. Somebody's gonna come out and offer him, especially with understanding that, man, you got so much amount of collective money, and you know, with the possibility of revenue sharing coming into place next season, you got to use up all that money. So somebody got to get it, right? And so kids are taking advantage of that situation. Families are taking advantage of that situation. So I'm not upset that he left the program, as much as most people are. But sometimes we overreact to the smallest things, and it's like, all right. Y'all was just talking about this kid wasn't playing, he didn't contribute, he didn't do this, and then he leaves the program and you're just upset. Like, do you understand that we have plenty of scholarships, we have plenty of money to utilize resources to get kids in here that might ultimately help better the team, right? But if you was paying attention, Jordan Seaton already told you what was coming. He already told you. He had already pushed something ahead of time and told you, hey man, we can't even build a brotherhood no more. But no, everybody just looked that over like, what he talking about? Then you see Cash come in, and then you see Flapjack come in. So don't think that they don't know. They know way before you even think that they know. They just, don't respond. But Jordan Seaton put that message out there for a reason because he knew what was coming. But hey, we got an offensive lineman in Xavier here that's coming in. That's more than likely going to play left guard, right? We're still looking for a right tackle. We're still looking for some centers right now in the portal. We're still looking for a couple running backs. But overall, Coach Dre, when you look at what area on the team, what we really need to add, what's the position that you're going to be looking for over the next couple of weeks?
We already did it. We added a cornerback. We added a safety like I thought we would do. Right now I'm waiting to see what running back we add. That's what I'm really waiting on. I think the linemen have already probably been signed, sealed, and delivered. We probably just don't know about it. And because I think that's the reason why Flapjack might have went ahead and jumped in the portal. But y'all just got to be patient, let Coach Prime and this great recruiting staff work. But that's the only thing I'm concerned about right now, seeing who the running back is, because we got another receiver. I think we'll get one more receiver. We got a safety. We got a DB. Got to remember Preston Hard's coming back. Hood will be back. And then that young boy Branch just showed you he can play. Tafik Byers is going to be a real dog. And so that's the only thing I'm worried about. Go ahead, Rob.
Oh yeah, no. We definitely got the foundation pieces that we need. We just got to add the depth behind it. That's what the bottom line is, right? We're just gonna finish off with the offensive line. Add some running backs. We possibly add another receiver into the room, but we're gonna be good. But hey, enough about Colorado. Today is graduation day for Colorado as far as going to the NFL draft. The work's not done until you get to graduation day. Graduation day is now, right? The next 3 days is graduation day, right? Going across that stage, putting that jersey up, that's your graduation piece of all this thing that you've been working on. And so when you go through this maturation and you go through and you put all the blood, the sweat, the tears in, and all the hard work that you done put in to get to this point, Coach Dre, what is the one thing that you want to tell to any Buffalo that's going to walk across that stage?
Man, like I say, take the moment in. This is for everything you done worked hard for, the getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, the working extra, staying after practice, the crying that you did, the injuries that you got, all of that kind of stuff like that. This is what this is for, man. Take this whole moment in, enjoy your weekend, believe in yourself. Don't let nobody take your moment. Don't let nobody take your moment. Don't let nobody steal your joy. One thing I'll tell them is stay off the internet right now.
Yes.
Just stay off of it. Twitter, Instagram, like you can post, but just strolling it and seeing what people say and do that. Don't let nobody steal your joy. And what I want to tell people, whether you like Colorado, if you don't like Colorado, this weekend keep that to yourself. Let these parents and let these young men enjoy their moment. Don't try to rob their moment, because what I tell people all the time is put yourself in these people's shoes. Like I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, y'all don't be keeping it real, y'all." Man, listen. I coach football. I know what it is to keep it real, but keeping it real is being honest about young men's feelings. You see that young men are hurting themselves. They getting lost in the sauce because they don't know how to deal with these pressures. So, man, if you ain't got nothing nice to say this weekend, just shut up. I'm just being straight up and forward with you. Just shut up. Yeah. You can assume that BS that you be doing on Monday. But let these kids, and that's not just go for Colorado, but that go for all kids that are getting drafted from any team or any parent. These people got parents grandmas, aunties, uncles, cousins, friends, all these people are excited for them. Don't kill these people moment or have them going back and forth with you on Twitter or Instagram because you feel like he don't deserve something. How do you know what they deserve? Were you there?
Talk to
Were you there? If you wasn't there, then just be quiet.
man.
You get what I'm saying? That's why, like I say, I'm going to a coach meeting at 5:00. Man, I'm not. All I'm gonna do is watch the draft. You get what I'm saying? If something come across my thing that's positive, I might check it. But as far as listening to that negative, I don't even know. Like people ask me, "Hey, bro, you seen what Acho said?" I ain't see what Acho said. That negative stuff, I ain't looking at it. We waste time. We waste time in a day worrying about what somebody negative got to say. Man, y'all stop wasting y'all time and wasting y'all efforts with that. Stop wasting your time and your effort.
I'll say this: so when it goes to that Archo stuff, man, they got a job to do. At the end of the day, they got a job to do. They got people that cut their checks, and they need somebody to go out there and say it. He's just the person that's gonna go say it so he can get his check. That's just what it is. It's entertainment, right? They want you to be entertained. They want your engagement, right? Because if you turn on the TV, first thing they do is talk about Colorado Shedeur Sanders before they talk about anybody else in the draft of how his stock can feel and this and that. Man, it's just entertainment, right? Because now they got you locked in the soul for you to watch the draft and see what's gonna happen, right? Because if they didn't talk about that, who else you come to look for, right? If you take out Travis and Shedeur out this draft, ain't nobody asking for nobody else in this draft. So what have they done? They've sold you on Shedeur Sanders and Travis this whole process because guess what? This is the person that's been selling the product all year. Why do we change now? They've been selling us the product all year. So what do we change now in the whole situation? That's what the part where we gotta look at, and stop with the everything else, man. Listen, man, we know what time it is. We know what they gonna do, right? We know exactly what they gonna do. Just based off the simple fact of this is what it is. That's why you can't get upset in this process about it because this is what it is. Hey, Deb, I just dropped the link, so you can hit the link, come up. But yeah, so when y'all look at these people, man, from ESPN running their mouth and playing, acting like they was playing in prom face and this, that, and third, that's just what it is. I get it. Nobody ever thought about it. Everybody just looked at it, man. It's the hate piece of it. But at the end of the day, it's just them doing a job. Because guess what? Who sold the ratings for ESPN and Fox and all these people all year? Colorado. So what do you need to sell this draft for people to watch it? Colorado. So we gotta say something negative, right? We already tried to drive Travis through the mud, right? We couldn't get away with it, right? Because guess what they did? They took Travis out the way. So now that you take Travis out the way, guess what? What you gonna do? Love Bucket, what's up, man?
What's up, dog?
Man, just chilling, man. What you got? What's on your mind, man?
Oh, I was just want to talk about Shedeur going to the Saints, dog.
Hey, listen. I would love for him to go to Saints, but I think the Saints also blowing smoke and mirrors too. Also,
Yeah, I see the little hate they giving Shedeur. Plus the media, they first he go from number 3 pick to number 9, well to the Raiders and number 5 or 6, then to the Saints, then to the Steelers. Now second round. It's like it's crazy, bro.
oh man, this is what comes with the process, man. But if you've been around somebody that's been through the process, you understand. Like I understand what everybody going through because I done had homeboys, cousins been drafted to the league. You know what I'm saying, dealing with Coach Dre and Anthony Richardson. Like I understand what all the fluff and all this is going on and why they doing what they doing. So that's why I don't get mad at it because I know the entertainment piece behind it and how the checks are being. Hey, listen, the more you act a fool on TV and say wild takes, the better your money get, the bigger your check get.
Yeah, the
That's all.
views and stuff like that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get what you're saying.
You selling the show. It's selling the show. You know what I'm saying? And so That's why you can't react to everything. But guess what? People always react because you just don't know no better. Like, yo,
Right.
the nature of you see negativity, and he's like, man, I gotta react to it, and that's what they want, and so that's why it's selling the way it's selling.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta look at this. Like, look at Lamar Jackson. Like, he got picked number 30 in the first round, even though he won the Heisman. Like, I mean, I feel like a lot of these NFL teams don't even be evaluating certain stuff anymore. It's like, it's ridiculous, bro.
But here's my thing, little bucket. You tell me how you could not want to pick Shedeur. Everywhere he's been, he's built the program. He's never came into a situation where the program was already up and then he go elevated. It's always been down, and he just took it to a whole other level. And everywhere he's going, every program has elevated after he left. So I just want to know, like, what else you looking for in a quarterback?
Well, as I keep looking at these media outlets, and ESPN First Take is one of them. I forgot one of the guys' name. He's a white guy. He was saying that picking Shador is like a head coach losing his job because Coach Prime might come in and take that head position if you pick up Shador. And I was really thinking about that. I was like, I mean, yeah, that's kind of a good analogy if you think about it, because like, I mean, Coach Prime really said like, if you get my sons, plural, which is Shiloh as well, and maybe Travis, and he just signed a 5-year contract with Colorado. It's like when that contract near to the end, maybe he might go to an NFL team, and whatever team Shador goes to, it might happen. So it's like, if you pick him up in a draft, you might be looking at your pink slip losing your job.
Hey, listen, this is how I want you to look at this whole situation, right? People Prime did. He signed a 5-year deal, right?
Right,
They're finna come on that rookie deal, which is gonna be 4 years and the fifth year's option, right?
right.
Prime has already told you he doesn't follow his kids. They're gonna follow him. So whatever team he's gonna go to, his sons ain't gonna be on that team. So about time their rookie contracts expire, they can basically go somewhere else as a free agent.
Right.
So the whole setup is, I get through this 5-year contract in Colorado. Let's see what we meet at.
Yeah, you got a point.
So it's like, when you talking about losing your job, listen, you got 3 years to get it, 4 years to get it done. If you can't get it done in 3.5, 4 years, you don't deserve to be the head coach.
Yeah, you right.
Like, nobody think about that logically. Like, Prime is not going to leave Juju at Colorado by himself. He's not going to do that, right? So you got Jordan Seaton. Jordan Seaton has 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Juju has 3 years before he can
Right.
come out to the draft. So you got 3 years, pretty much 3.5 years to get it done. So your job ain't going to be lost because of Coach Prime. Your job going to be lost because you just can't coach and develop people. That's what's going to be lost at.
You're right. You're right.
So
You're right.
we gotta, when we start talking about, man, prior to NFL, man, think logic of like where everything could land at, why he signed a 5-year deal. Like, we don't pay attention to those details, because those details they all align with each other, right?
Yeah.
By the time the contract's supposed to expire, boom, I could be headed to the league. Boom. In that 5-year span, my son should know exactly where he stands at in the NFL. Travis should be knowing what he understands, right? If I could get them not to sign an extension to their new team, guess what happens? I can get both of them on the same team because I know they're gonna come play for me.
Yeah. I mean, as far as that, I mean, if I want to say, the only reason I say the Saints is because like everything is fresh, everything is new. I mean, look at the development of Keelan Moore when he was with Jalen Hurts. He just came off a Super Bowl win, so he knows what winners look like. I mean, helping Shador get into that point where the so-called patting the ball and taking sacks and stuff like that. I mean, you see Jalen Hurts do that sometimes, but I mean, still at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is still one of the ones. So it's like everything's fresh. I mean, you have a new revamped offensive line. Their offensive line is decent. We've been saying all along in Colorado, if you give Shador a decent offensive line, he's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, but just think about everything that Shedeur has done without a good offensive line, right?
Right.
Because guess what? all the quarterbacks they always sell you on, guess what they always have in college? They got a good offensive line. So they don't even understand what it looks like
Yeah.
with a bad offensive line. And guess what you do? You end up going to a situation with a bad offensive line, and now they're not who they say they are.
Yeah. And coming what was it, 2023 with that 4-18, like he had a horrible offensive line putting up numbers. It's like, bro, I don't think no quarterback in this draft has ever went through the situation of what Shedeur had to go through as far as offensive line and how to maintaining the offensive balance. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it really is. And that's why I always try to explain when people try to compare like Shedeur to other quarterbacks, and I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so everybody's had a better offensive line, right? But they numbers ain't better than Shedeur. Make this make sense to me. How do you have a better offensive line and your completion percentage? Just we could just go completion percentage. It's not better than Shedeur. But you quote unquote had a better offensive line.
Right.
Because that's the first knock y'all say. A Shedeur offensive line. Da, 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 da. Okay, look at Shedeur when he gets blitzed. His accuracy rate on blitzes and throws is higher than a lot of these people, but they got better offensive line. Y'all
Right.
play like it's just certain messages. I'm like, man, come on now. So you telling me this quarterback is better than Shedeur, but when you start breaking out metrics of this quarterback, who you say has a better running game, has a better offensive line, it just don't add up to me. Like, make this make sense because I can show you what Shedeur's done. I could tell you and guide you, stream you along of everything that Shedeur Sanders can. Can you streamline me what your quarterback's done?
Right. And on top of that, like, as far as receiver wise, like, I mean, he's gonna get some good receiver whatever team he goes to, but the guys that don't really get, the ball or get looked at, he brings that elevation to the team. It's like, look at Will Shepherd, look at Jimmy Horn, Xavier Weaver, like the guys that, I mean, they had names for themselves but really wouldn't get looked at. It's like he elevates their game to where it's like he pushes them to the next level as a quarterback.
It's what it is. What up, Dale, man? What's the word?
Bruh, my man, what's going on?
Man, hey, man, we back here, man. We back talking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, it's time to get up to it, man. What's the word?
Hey, come on, man. Today's the day.
Hey,
Today's the day. We've been waiting a long time.
it's graduation day, baby. That's how I look at it. It's graduation day, man. This is where all the hard work, the grind, the blood, the sweat, the tears, everything that you done put on to. This is just the new journey. The work don't stop because we already working. The work don't stop, but this is graduation day, man, to the next elevation.
That's a fact. I mean, like, I was saying today, man, most people have been for, I don't think I missed a Shedeur game since Jackson State, right? When he came in. So now to go from Jackson State as a true freshman, going from HBCU to Colorado, you had all those people. He only doing that because he had HBCU. He won't be able to do it at the next level to go to two different conferences and do it. And I mean, hey, now we here, right? Now about to go about to go first round. At this point, man, as far as the draft pick, I don't even care no more. Like I stopped caring a couple weeks ago. Like, it's all over the place. I feel like if you don't go three to the Giants, I don't want him to go three to the Giants no more because at this point, I just want to see what happens after that. I want to see who gonna trade around, who really want me. That's when the fun gonna start. So I don't
Yeah.
really care, man. We ain't the later we go, the better team we get to. I
Hey,
mean,
Dale,
and we all want to be successful anyway.
Dale, do you want me to really be honest with you? If anybody really think this man going to the Giants,
Oh
They
no,
so
I think that's over with. I
they
think that's
so
over
hooked
with.
on Dual Carter so much, bro.
listen, it was never a thing. It was just, they wanted to put the spotlight. Listen, New York is already trying to tank for next season so they can get Archie Manning. Like,
We can, and you know
like,
what, Rob?
I,
Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, we
Just real
seeing
quick.
that.
We don't gotta touch on it too long, no bucket. But like this whole next year's draft is loaded. We ain't seen Arch Manning play. I think Arch Manning is good. I think he will be good. But oh yeah, we want to take for Arch Manning. You ain't even seen him play. We taking for Sam Levitts and Drew Allers and dudes like this. Those are the dudes who's supposed to be had this elite draft class. Them dudes that you willing to we gonna wait for them dudes? Yes.
Hey, Nick, I'll say something. I seen Arch Manning play.
No,
Trust
I think
me.
he legit. No, I think he the real deal. I
No,
think
no,
he the
no, no,
real
no, no.
deal.
I know he alright. My thing is, I seen when he went against Georgia. Oh my god, the hype is over hype, bro. Like, I mean, Georgia got a good defense, but it's like as far as like we tanking for such and such just to get Arch Manning, bro. I didn't see him under pressure. It ain't what people think.
Well, no. So
Trust
this is what I
me.
say. I'm not gonna
It's
get all in there because he hadn't even played. Like he hasn't played. So
it's
him going
not that.
against Georgia in his second season when he really hasn't even played, I wouldn't have expected him to go be amazing in that game. But I'm just saying, give him some time before we saying, hey, he the he
Uh,
the he the surefire. We tanking for him because he might not even come
uh,
out next year. He
he
might not
coming
even
out.
come out.
He's coming out. Hey, listen. Hey, this is all. Hey, listen. This already
Excuse me.
sold in the. This already sold in the bag. There's nothing Arch Manning can do next year to go wrong. There's
They
nothing.
are they are already trying to give
There's
him the Heisman.
nothing. Yeah, there's literally nothing that this man can do wrong because he's a Manning. They have to push that narrative. There is nothing you can. What else are you buying in
Yeah, I'm
college
already
football?
knowing.
Right? Georgia ain't who Georgia is.
Yeah.
Alabama ain't who Alabama is. You got to sell Arch Manning, right? They have
And
the
I'm okay
right
with
quarterback.
that.
Let's just be honest.
I'm okay with that. I'm not even necessarily talking. I'm just saying, even him, cool. We got to see him play. But all the rest of them dudes, those
Listen, I will
dudes,
tell you this. Listen, I will tell you this, Dale. If Arch Manning right now was eligible for the draft right now, they would be pushing him, who has
for
not played,
for
over
sure.
Shedeur and Cam, and they gave you proven stuff. They would put Arch Manning. He would be certified to be in New York because that's what they want him to be. So me, I was never sold on Shedeur going to the Giants
Right.
because one, they don't even want a black quarterback. Let's just keep it on. Let's just keep it a buck. They don't even want a black quarterback. So it's just that just already threw me out. So I was already a no-go with Shedeur going to New York. So I wasn't never tripping about that. My thing over this, it's a bunch of smoke screens and things like that going on. Hey, if you trying to sell next year's quarterback class, you're gonna lose. I'm telling you right now, you're going to get fired if you're trying to sell next year's draft class. You better take your quarterback this year.
I hope the Browns be so dumb and get a dual Carter so Travis can go to the New York Giants, bro. Because I really don't want to see him in the Browns, bro. It's gonna ruin his legacy.
Nah,
It's gonna ruin
nah.
his legacy, bro.
At this point, go ahead. Well, yeah, I would rather him in New York, but John Green. I mean, Cleveland. Go ahead, take him. Go ahead,
I
take him. Go ahead,
I
take him at
listen.
2.
Listen, it is a double standard, and that's the double standard. The part that I'm trying to say is Arch Manning does not. There's nothing Arch Manning can do next year to go wrong. I'm telling you, when he goes through the draft process, you ain't gonna hear not one negative thing, no negative trait. It's gonna be uplifting,
Oh yeah, he flawless.
glorifying, whatever you words you want to use, right? Glazing, you know what I'm saying? OD and they any words you want to use.
He
That's what Manning gonna be next year.
don't let
You
him
gotta worry
pat the
about that.
ball. They gonna say he do it too fast and he gonna get the ball out quick enough.
Man, hey, it's
Yeah,
a
I
wrap.
think he'll be all right, but forget that dude, man. It's like we said, man. It's time for our guys. It's time
I,
for 2. I'm not.
hey,
I don't really care what team we go to. I mean, we go in first round no matter what. Where I think we go, I mean, up to I'm saying opinion, but we we made it right, and the later we go, the better the situation. Unless somebody that's not so good trades back up. And I heard what you said earlier, Rob. I've been saying that today for the past 2 days, where I could see a situation where if we go past 3 and somehow get past, 6 and 9, if the Steelers, so I think if the Steelers want them, they have to trade up. If the Steelers think that they can sit at 21 and wait, I think that's a bad idea
I don't
because
think
when
so.
you got somebody
I
like,
think I think it's a
I
great
think,
idea.
well, no, I'm saying I think it's a bad idea if you think that you can wait and somebody like Cleveland that has a 33rd pick won't say, hey, we could just trade up 13 spots and come get them because Cleveland has 10 picks.
I think. I listen. I think it's a great idea. Sit third.
So
Get drafted 21. It's a reason. Get dropped to 21.
So
No, I'm cool with going. I'm cool with going to the Steelers at 21. I'm just saying if I'm them, I wouldn't sit because somebody like again if Cleveland takes Trav at 2, they got the 33rd pick. They could easily move up 13 spots to jump back in front of you and take them. So that's what I'm saying. If I was the Steelers, I wouldn't sit. I would move up a little bit to
So
make sure.
let me ask you. So Geno Smith signed for 1 year, right?
2.
2.
I
I
said
Yeah,
mean,
1
2
year.
with like 60 million or something like that.
so
It ain't gonna be guaranteed on the backside of the second year, so you can cut him, trade him.
so why they not looking for a quarterback? I don't understand that.
I don't. So this is the thing, little bucket. When they got Geno,
I'm talking about
I
Pete
didn't even
Carroll.
trip. I didn't even trip when they got Geno because, to your point and what Rob was just saying, Geno Smith is cool, but he not the quarterback that you can't bench. Like the fan base won't be mad if you sat Geno on the bench. Like he can win you some games. You might like him, but he's not the dude that you like. Oh my god, why do we sit him down? Like that's our guy. So you can pay him the money and still sit him. He's one of those guys that fans won't trip. Um, I mean, so you haven't heard much about the Raiders lately, but I think they still, the Raiders are still there at 6.
For
The
Tom Brady,
Saints,
to be in the office, I would have thought they would have pushed that more.
No, you don't. You don't. You gotta think about it. Patrick Mahomes in that division, right?
Yeah,
You gotta face him 2 years. Kansas City gonna be Kansas City. You got the Chargers. You got Denver Broncos. I just didn't like the fit for him to go to the Raiders.
understandable.
If
hey,
it's
no,
me,
I felt this. I felt the same way about Cleveland.
if it's
Um,
me, I want Shedeur to
that
be in
that
the.
division is tough.
I want Shedeur to be in the NFC South because that division wide open.
100% with them
Yeah.
Saints. Yeah, yeah.
That's truly where I want him to be at. I don't care. You can pick whatever team you want in
Bucks.
this.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Any team except the
outside of
Panthers.
Carolina, yeah, outside of Carolina, you can pick any team, right?
No, I agree. I agree. So I feel the same way about. I didn't necessarily want them to go to the Browns at 2 because of the division that the Browns is in. The Steelers made the playoffs every year. Tough team. You got Lamar Jackson over there. You got to play the Ravens, and then
I don't see. I don't
Cincinnati's not all that, but I mean, you still got Joe Burrow and them dudes over there. I don't think they,
listen.
but
I don't mind him going to the Steelers because the Steelers has a defense. They're gonna have a defense
well,
year in
no,
year
well,
out.
no, no. So that's the thing.
I
I'm
just don't want him
I'm
playing in the
cool with him
cold.
going to the. I'm cool with him going to the Steelers, but not the Browns. You see, like the Steelers has a better organization where they win. The Browns, we coming in and now you got to play the Steelers, and now you got to play the Ravens, and now you got to play the Bengals instead of
And,
being on the Steelers
and
and
they ain't
being
developed
the
no
number 2
quarterback.
team.
I peep this.
Um,
If you were the Falcons, would you trade Kirk Cousins and Penix to draft Shedeur?
No, I'm not trading
nah,
Penix. Kirk
nah.
Cousins. If it was just Kirk Cousins, yes, but Penix, no. Penix the future for sure.
Yeah, I think
I
they got
gotta
to see what Penix got.
I gotta
Yeah, I wouldn't do
ask.
it.
I gotta ask now because hey, the Sounders and ATL is a different story.
Yeah, it'll sell numbers, but I mean Penix. I mean he a dog, bro. You ain't getting rid of him. That was a
Yeah, but
that was a
that
smart
that
move by the Falcons. What they did.
that NFC South, like you said, for sure. If it was the Saints, the Bucks, whoever, because that division's wide open. I even liked Tennessee just on the division specifically, not
Now,
necessarily like the place,
now,
but him going to Tennessee. All I got to deal with is the Texans. That's it. They don't
now,
Hey,
really.
if
hey,
the if
listen, the chat kind of split on. You know what I'm saying? You trade both of them to get Shedeur and ATL. Hey, listen,
Nah.
listen,
see, I
Atlanta.
would
I'm just saying this. Atlanta game's already popping. You know what I'm saying?
see.
You put them Sanders boys down there. Oh man, yeah,
Look,
you going
listen.
to another level down there.
I was saying this. The Browns need a quarterback. I say trade Kirk Cousins for the number 2 pick and fucking get Travis, and he play both sides. Oh my god, you have Penix, then you had AJ Terrell on the side with Travis. My god, bro, the
I,
Falcons would feed families, bro.
so so check this out, right? I know everybody we looking forward to Travis and Shedeur being drafted in the first round tonight. But what are the players from Colorado that you guys are looking forward to seeing get drafted?
I just did this. We just did this in the Discord. So I got a list of maybe about 10 of us, maybe about 10 to 12 people who put their list out. Um, Mine, I have Shedeur, Travis, Shiloh, BJ Green, Will Shepherd, and I had Tay as my last my possible. I think Tay should get drafted, but I was torn.
Tay
So,
gonna
but
get
I got
drafted.
six. I got six. So I got Shedeur, Trav, Shiloh, BJ, Will, Tay.
I kind of similar with that. I got five. I got Shador, Travis, BJ, Tay, and Will Shepherd.
Hey, I'm staying on record. My boy J5 is getting drafted.
Oh yeah, people are definitely on board with that one.
We the thing is we want Jimmy to get drafted. We want Shiloh to get drafted. It's just like I mean, statistically wise, they don't. I mean, we talking the NFL wise.
Yeah,
We think they some real dogs, bro. But it's like the NFL, they got these
No,
analogies.
I
You
got
know,
Shiloh. So this is what I say about Jimmy though. So all the guys,
you know,
everybody else thinks
hey
J
Dev,
five is getting drafted.
Dev, you know why I want Jimmy to get drafted, right? You know what's coming after that.
I think Jimmy. So
Hey, listen,
everybody's, I
hey,
think. So this is what I
hey,
say. I've been saying that Jimmy wouldn't. Not that I don't want him to. I've been saying just based on like just the regular stuff, production, blah blah blah. Do I think he will get picked up immediately? Of course. Drafted, I was iffy, but
I'm
I
gonna tell
will
you.
say just listening to more stuff and seeing him he's been going on like a press run and I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy gets drafted. I'll say that like it's looking like
Hey,
he's gonna get drafted. I just can't go back on what I've been saying.
hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you
So
like this. Jimmy, and it's kind of crazy that Jimmy was talking to the Steelers and Shedeur's been talking to the Steelers. You know, I'm just waiting till when Jimmy walk across that, I might just go live right then and there when he get drafted. And I got a couple videos edited, from a while ago, from about a year to 2 years ago. I just been waiting to drop that thing, and I'm gonna drop it.
yeah, I hope so. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised, especially now just seeing how the NFL and how different players and different people have been talking about him, how he's going on these different talk shows. So he's been out there. They've been pushing him out there. So I definitely wouldn't be surprised. And I hope so. But I was on record saying that he wouldn't. So I got to stick to it. But it's looking more like,
but the
more
thing
likely
is,
than not.
I would like Charlo to go undrafted just so he can go with his brother and make a team and just flat out just ball, bro.
You want who's going undrafted?
Charlo, so he can make a team with his brother and just ball out. Because I feel like that's what the thing's going. That's what it's going to come to.
Okay.
I don't think you got to go undrafted to do that. I think a team would take him, whoever would draft two, I think they would take a
But
late
you
pick
see,
to pick
but
him
you
up.
see, he was so set on his 40, like NFL teams when he even trying to look his way. That's why you think he was trying to like beat that 40 times, so
No, that
so
was a good
NFL teams
40
can
though.
look at him.
That was a
No, he
good 40
was.
though because you got to think. I think most NFL teams and just people in general thought he was slow. So
I,
I mean, some of the times came in at the 4.47s, right, that we saw off well off, and then the time that they posted was a 4.52. A 4.52 is not slow.
No,
You
no,
know what I'm
no.
saying?
It's a
So
good time. I just think like the way he was so set on his 40 is because teams wasn't looking
for
at him.
sure, not. But I'm saying I think it's because people thought he was slow. So now him coming in, even if it was the 4.52, it's like, whoa, okay. It probably was just regular fans and people and maybe even teams thought he was like a 4.6, 4.7 dude. So the 4.5 is great, and then the 4.47, if you want to take that one, shoot, oh, you.
hey, hey, Coach Dre, I know you're a Cowboys fan, so I got to ask you this question: who would you like to see the Cowboys draft from Colorado?
Owners. Uh, mean, it don't matter. I agree with Dale. I believe wherever two go when we get to about the fifth round, sixth round, because it's gonna sell tickets. It's gonna be about putting butts in seats. And if I can get Shiloh Sanders on the same team with Shedeur Sanders, that's what I'm trying to do. If not, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I wouldn't be surprised if Sean Payton pulled the trigger for the Broncos in the late fifth or sixth round for Shiloh Sanders. But I mean, for the Cowboys, bro, they just got to get consistent, bro. They got to get consistent. And we got to see what this coach going to do. I mean, he done put together a good coaching staff. I will say that. That's one thing I will say for him. He did put together a good coaching staff. So we just got to see what he's going to do, bro. But it all comes down to can Dak stay healthy.
And Coach Dre, that's the reason why I asked this question, right? Because everybody keeps saying Shedeur to 21. Do you honestly think that Jerry Jones having a number 12 pick is going to let Shedeur Sanders?
Rob, you asking the
hurt.
questions I've been asking, Rob.
With Dak
And
hurt.
again,
Come on,
I
man.
just want to know. Because
listen,
guess what?
I get the money.
But listen, you see now you don't even have to trade that. He just fell
Right.
into your lap.
That's how I feel. If he's sitting there, you can't pass that up.
Listen, we don't even got to rush. Hey, Dak, take your time. We got Shedeur, baby. Take your time.
I wouldn't even take your time. I'd get rid of Dak, to be honest with you. He had his time.
But here's
well, it's a little hard to get rid of, but so to Rob's point though, if he's sitting there, it's just almost like that's like destiny, right? Like your dad was the greatest thing to ever come through here. You grew up around here. You right here at quarterback.
And you already in Dallas. All you
and
gotta do is drive.
I don't gotta move up to get you. And it's the thing, Jerry knows that even Cowboys fans sick of Dak Prescott. Now he had to pay him, like he didn't have a choice. He had to. So like Rob said, hey, he fell in my lap. I'm gonna take him. Hey, you can sit for a year, 2 years, whatever. But hey, Dak, don't rush back. And if we've been honest, Dak been hurt the last 2 seasons. So it ain't even no telling that he gonna come back and not get hurt. Hopefully he doesn't, or come back and be what he was supposed to be. So hey, Dak, take your time.
I mean, this is Jerry Jones we talking about though. He might go get an offensive line, bro.
No, but
but I mean something stupid.
So here's why I say this, right?
Oh, we doing something stupid.
We gotta forget. This Jerry Jones we talking about.
This is why I'm saying the Cowboys, right? If you pick Shedeur, he's on a rookie contract. It's not like he's on a Sam Bradford contract where he's going to strangle you for $60 million. You get him on a good rookie deal. So anything goes wrong with Dak, we could just cut him and we got a quarterback and we have to trade and do nothing.
Right.
And we sit for the next 5 to 7 years, right? Then we know.
Don't say we can't pay, but if we can, the thing is, we still in the chokehold because. Yeah, okay, we can do that, and that would be great. But now the head coach don't have no control, right? He already ain't got no control. But soon as that go to playing bad, and them people go to booing, like you make this worse for Dak Prescott than it already is. Cause the whole stadium in there hollering, Shedeur.
Throw up the wrist, baby.
So one pick. I'm talking about the first game.
The first pick.
The first game, the first pick. He might throw a pick in the preseason. So make more pressure on that guy than he needs to because we know what Shedeur is. We know he's gonna work hard. So that's a lot of pressure. And then you already done paid like, okay, so 5 years, the most Shedeur can make a thing 30-something million, maybe 34, 35 million at top. I think that's the top end of the rookie's salary, right? You ain't paid Parsons yet.
Hey, I mean, Micah gonna have to mess around and get traded the way he keep acting.
I mean, this Jerry, bro. I mean, you don't know, but I just
he gonna be throwing up the wrist.
I'm with y'all. There's no way we get to 12 and Shedeur ain't been picked that Jerry like Jerry say right now. Jerry sitting here thinking, there's no way this kid falls to 12. There's no way this kid falls to 12.
You remember Coach Drake when they met? I forget where they was at. I don't know if it was Super Bowl, and then when Jerry and two hugged each other, you could tell Shedeur said something about drafting me because Jerry said I would have to trade up.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, that boy, if he falls, if he's on the board at number 12, I don't see how he gets out of that. How does the Cowboys not pick him at 12? I don't see
And
it.
and
It
then
don't make sense to me
and
either.
then
But they
and
he
But
then
they
you got to
it's
think of
hold on. It makes perfect sense. We got all the headlines, baby.
no. I'm saying it don't make sense to me either that they wouldn't do it.
Yo,
and
But
then you got to think about Coach Prime being on the phone with Jerry Jones for half an hour of that little meeting they talking about. Maybe they was talking about picking up Shedeur. Who knows?
hey, nah, little bucket, you got to know. Hey, you get past 9. Hey, Prime, Jerry gonna look at his phone. Oh damn, Prime calling me. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
Prime
Come on
calling
now.
me.
We in Dallas. We in Dallas at the watch party right now. So I mean, like we right down
Yeah,
the
he's like,
street.
hold on, Prime calling me. Wait.
I,
What's up? What's up, Prime time?
I promise
You
you.
know what's up, Jerry.
I
Don't
Come
play
listen.
with
on
me.
now.
I listen. If Dallas, and I don't want him to go to Dallas by no means, but if Dallas picks Shedeur, boy, it's gonna be hell to pay the captain in Dallas. You thought losing Luka and you gonna get Shedeur? Oh man, all hell gonna break loose in Dallas.
And I'm in Arlington right now. It's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I think I understand the money, right? Because everybody talk about what Dak getting all this money and that contract. So that's true. He just signed a new deal. He getting all this money, but I think out of the 260, he got like 100 something up front. So he already got a bulk of it already. So we can worry about some of this other money on the back end. We'll keep you for a year, maybe 2, right? Because I can let you play this year, and I can sit you the following year. I'm the color. I can sit you if I want to, and I can still pay you. You're gonna sit, and then as the more years go on, now it makes it easier on the contract. Now I can trade you.
Hey,
Man,
this what I just tell y'all. This what I do.
You breaking up, Coach Dre?
Don't let
You
it
breaking up, Dre?
hold on.
You
you
breaking
in the
up?
portal, Coach Drake. You in the portal.
Yeah.
How about now?
What up? Hey,
What's
Dre,
good?
drop off.
I'm not
It's
trying
back
to
and
let
forth.
Coach
Yeah.
Drake get it off, and I'm trying to let y'all get it off.
Hey, Dre, drop off and come back up because you were in the portal. Hey,
Am I
Bucks.
crispy?
Yeah, you good. Hey, hold on. Give me 1 second. Broncos fan for life. Titans are
Joe
taking the
Milton
wrong.
trash.
Titans are taking the wrong quarterback. I'll be back next year this time. Hey, listen. I think Travis gonna end up going number 1. I think it's all small screens and mirrors at the end of the
Nah.
day. I think Travis gonna end up going number 1. But that's just me. But go ahead, Warren. My bad, man. I didn't want to cut
Yeah.
you off,
So
man. I just want
Bronco for life came in right on time, and I want to just diverse a little bit to the other Colorado players like the Jimmy Horns, the Cam, the BJ Greens. Broncos have 7, and I think we discussed this. Well, we did discuss this at Discord, but Broncos have seven picks. Four in the 4, 1 through 4, and then they got 3 in the 6th round. So I think that Jimmy would be an ideal pick for the Denver Broncos. Not only because of that, because the situation with his father being in Colorado too. So I think that might be an ideal landing spot for Jimmy. So don't be surprised if you see Jimmy in the Broncos
In
and
the
a
6th
couple other
round.
players too.
Well, see, I had the Broncos taking Tay. I didn't think they were gonna take Jimmy. I had the Broncos taking Tay, and I got Jimmy going wherever Shedeur goes. Jimmy's going wherever Shedeur goes. That's what I got it. But
When
I
I
got the
see
reverse. I got the reverse of what you had. I had Tate going with Shedeur and Jimmy, and then Broncos also need a safety too.
yeah,
So
they
yeah.
gonna they gonna they gonna they gonna take a chance on Cam.
when
They're
I
gonna take a
when
chance
I
on Cam.
see Xavier Weaver didn't get drafted, I kind of feel like Jimmy might not get drafted.
Was Xavier was a different
Well, hold on.
situation because he was hurt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Zay should
He
have.
would have got he
Jimmy was
would have
hurt too, though.
no, but there's a difference. Zay couldn't work out at all for NFL teams versus like Jimmy was able to work out. So there's a difference, right?
I mean, he still put up good numbers during the season, though.
Yeah, but if he was able to work out, he would have got drafted. But for him, it worked out better because when you
He
really
got
break
more
down
money.
a 6 and a 7 round pick, you can make more money as undrafted than you can getting drafted.
Yeah, he got way more money.
So it actually worked out better for him.
Yeah.
And at that point, also you could, going undrafted. Well, like you said, once you get in the 6th or 7th round, a lot of times it's better to go undrafted. I won't say that you want to because your whole life the goal was to just hear your name called. Even if you're the last pick of the draft, I got to hear my name being called. But
Well,
monetarily, though, going undrafted could be better monetarily, and it's better because you now can choose what team to go to based on, hey, if I play safety, all right, these 10 teams is calling me. Let me look around and see. Let me look at the depth chart, see where I can stack up at. Versus a team just takes me in the 6th round just to kind of take me, but they already got a stack wide receiver room, already got a stack safety room, and it's like, damn, I gotta. Yeah, of course, we gotta work, but I gotta work even harder. I might get cut. Versus, I can choose what's gonna be easier path for me.
Tay getting
we,
drafted for sure. I feel like he going early 3rd round.
here's what I said. Here's what I said about Jimmy. That a lot of people, say that he won't get drafted. When you go to NFL Combine, it hires your chance of getting drafted. No matter if that's lower in the draft or higher in the draft, it ups your chance of getting drafted, right? Because you have to have 70 to 80% of the teams requesting for you to be at the NFL Combine. So just that alone, if you take away Jimmy's 40 at the Combine, he was great at everything else. So he's going to be in a great position to get drafted better than what people think that he is.
And they say he had the best time at that gauntlet
Which
drill.
is a natural football drill
Yeah.
that you're going to see on an everyday basis. So, but Coach Dre, let me you good now? Let me see if Coach Dre if he good.
It just get weird with the draft starts, man. They just, I don't know.
I mean, when the draft starts, that's when you hear more narratives, right? And the crazy part is, I just hope they don't do this with Travis, because Travis, man, shout out to the course line and Travis dad to be at the draft, but that's going to be a storyline that ESPN had been waiting to talk about.
They already started, Rob. They already started,
I
Rob.
seen
And it's
on Instagram.
it's nasty. Again, we broke this down in our Discord, but like Miss Goddess and Asia just talk about, it's like where it's almost like if you got a good father figure as a black draftee or whatever the case may be. Now we can't highlight that. We're not gonna celebrate that. Let's get the guy who has some sort of, his father was incarcerated. Like we gotta blast this. So I've been the past 2 days, I've been seeing nothing but post after post. They talking about how many years of probation he got, what he did, this and this. And I'm like, dang, whose business is that? Like, you literally could have just said, hey, Travis Hunter, if you felt like you had to say something about it. Hey, Travis Hunter's father, who wasn't able to come to the Heisman ceremony, or who was not in attendance at the Heisman ceremony, will be in attendance at the draft.
Hey,
And you can just leave it at that. You can just leave it at that.
Two-play player, man, they gotta find some flaw, bro.
Yeah, it's like, dang, man. Like, so if I'm him, they're gonna try to put the mic in his father's face, no bucket, like immediately. I'm like, nah, we not talking. Hey, it's me. You don't need to talk to my pops because we're not doing that.
But it was gonna be one of two things. It was either gonna be the pops or his girl. One of the two things was gonna get brought up that had nothing to do with football, and that's why I'm so ready for this day to just be done with, like them getting drafted, move on, right? And don't come up and ask the stupid questions, right? Or you gonna play both sides, man? Come on, man, come on with a new question. Like, how many times he gonna tell you this in a different format?
Yeah, I said 1,000,000 times.
I'm like, man, come on. But to answer that question, if you go undrafted, they pay what they want to pay. You're right. So listen, if you go in the 6th or 7th round, there's like a cap on what you can make. If you go undrafted, you pretty much whoever your agent is pretty much making your deal. So it could be a 2-year deal, it could be a 4-year deal, it could be a 3-year deal. Like, they pretty much giving a baseline of what you get paid. So you can actually make more money as an undrafted free agent than you could being drafted in the 6th or 7th round, depending on who your agent is. So you could, and literally there are some agents out there that be like, listen, hey, don't draft me. Don't draft me. Like,
yeah, don't take me.
I would rather my client just not be drafted. And you'll be blown away, like, you don't want to hear your name called. Nah, man, just don't draft me, because
I did into the 4th and 5th round, but now don't take me no more.
Yeah. Once I get to the 6th and 7th round, do not draft me, because guess what? I already got a guarantee. If I go undrafted, I can go to this team. And if that team don't have a 6 or 7 round pick, because they trade them, right? I already know where I'm going. Don't draft me. If anybody call my agent talking about drafting me, hey, we don't want to go there. Just hang up the phone. We'll sign our deal. We'll go undrafted. That's why you see, as soon as the draft over with, how many deals are being posted about undrafted, because just based off the fact that they was working them deals as the draft was going on, and they already told them, don't draft me. We'll sign to you, and then we'll get the bag on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I
Yeah,
see.
players know as it's getting closer and closer to the end, that day, as it's like you said, as the draft is going on, teams was calling, hey, if you still around drafted, we want you. So they might have a list of 10, 12 teams that they know, hey, all right, cool, and then let's work the money.
Hey, I seen the well off video. You know, when they was at the house with all the sons and Shedeur and them, and Bucky kind of put a 2-second clip towards the end of how it looked inside the what's the name. I think they gonna pull off that couch draft day scenery.
Reenact the.
Oh, you know they got some up their sleeve. You know
Yeah,
they
But
got some.
you know
that
what,
must
little
be
bucket.
hard, bro.
You really could do it. Like you really could reenact the whole scene because of the nephew, right? Because who was that? I don't know if that wasn't Bucky, but whoever the kid was that Prime was holding. Now you have a kid in the nephew that you could reenact the whole, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
whole scene just for fun. Like, hey, bring baby Snow over here. Let's sit him down in my lap. Somebody ask this question. Shedeur say the same thing. Even just
yeah.
for fun. Even just for fun.
Hey, I'll tell you another reason why you want to go undrafted is because you can make your contract expire faster and get your money faster. Like you
That's
can
true
re up to
too.
your like just think about it. You're a first round pick. You got to play your 3 years and then your 4th year option into what you want to do to get that contract, right? If I go undrafted, I can ball out in 2 years and re up and get max dollar after 2 years. Like it's a big difference. So what you want to do as far as undrafted versus getting picked 6, 7 round. Some people want to get picked 6, 7 rounds so they can hear their name. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I got 6 bucks getting picked overall. I got Shedeur, Travis, Jimmy, LeJontay, BJ, and Tay. That was my 6.
I keep forgetting about the
Will.
punter. The
Will,
punter
okay.
good too
Will,
though.
sorry, Will.
Hey,
Yeah.
Uncle Warren that's sitting right here. Unc has mate. Unc said mate. He said he
Yeah,
got the
I see
punter.
mate on mine, so I got what you got, Rob. Plus, I think I saw plus Cam. I
You
got
had
Cam
plus
in there,
Cam. You had
and I
plus
got
mate.
BJ, and plus of course Shedeur and Travis is automatic, and then I put mate in there.
I see.
Yeah, the punter
All
might
the
get
reason
drafted
why
when the 4 or 5.
the only reason why I didn't take Cam is because I think Cam already got his deal in place where he's going. His like being signed to Young Money, they already got his stuff already negotiated. What's going to happen? So he's probably going to go undrafted and already have his contract signed where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I didn't say Cam. I didn't even say Shallow. So I might push the 7 because Shallow's going to get drafted. It's just a matter of what he's going to be
Yeah,
around
yeah.
5 through 7.
I had
So
Shallow in mine as well.
So I'm gonna say 7 for mine because I'm gonna take Charlo to get drafted. I think Chidozie, as much as I want to see Chidozie get drafted, I think he's gonna go undrafted. I think Cam will go undrafted. Mark will go undrafted. The person that I would keep my eye on is Bentley. Bentley had a hell of a workout for NFL teams and changed some people's eyes. He might be the sneaky person to get drafted in the 7th round that ain't nobody talking about.
And I hate that because the Billy that we seen during the pro day is not the Billy that we had on our team. He look like a whole different person, bro.
It's just like McClendon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
why can we get that version of McClendon that went so hard to get to the pros
right.
do that same? You know, so it's one of those situations where when they know, hey, they clock expired from college and they know they gotta go to the pros. Like, why couldn't you find that trainer last year and did what you
Facts.
did that, and then you got 2 years of build on, your draft stock. So it's one of those things. But see, for me, I'm not mad at Travis trainer because Travis, he stuck with the same trainer. So the trainer that got him to where he was to Jackson State to Colorado, he's the same person he worked out to get him to the pros. So I'm good with that.
Right.
Find him early and stay with him. Seven players from Colorado being drafted, maybe 3 at the most. Okay.
I seen
3 is crazy.
I seen the Titans. I seen the Titans hooked on Cam Ward so bad. They pushing that Titans Cam Ward analogy so bad, bro.
That's just smoke screen and mirrors because then they end up taking Travis and then now you looking crazy.
Right.
So I don't buy into all that stuff, especially when they start pushing teams. That's just smoke screen. That's what they want you to know in the public and then pick somebody else. This draft is gonna be the most craziest draft that you've seen in a while because there's gonna be some trades that's gonna happen. There's gonna be some people picked that shouldn't be going to certain places. But I think this is gonna end up being the most craziest draft that's gonna get talked about for a while. And you're gonna see some things because Prime gonna get his camera time. He gonna have a message. Y'all just be ready.
Come on now. It's Prime we talking about.
He gonna have his message, baby. It's coming, baby. But with that being said, right, how y'all feel about spring football? Because we ain't spit the block, you know what I'm saying? We ain't talk about this. So I wanna know, man, what's y'all thoughts, y'all feelings about the spring game? Kids that hit the portal. How y'all feel about the team right now? Because y'all know we finna add something. Y'all know something finna get added, baby. But some feelings.
Honestly, man, the spring game. So this was the first couple things. This was the first regular spring game that we was actually able to see without messed up weather, without trying to maneuver and do different things because it's snow on the ground and because it's raining and we want to keep people safe. I know apparently it was touch and go. It was snowing the day before, snow on the field early, so that was cool to see. But also, it was different because going previously, like we kind of knew all the players, right? This year, it's kind of like we got a bunch of dudes that we gotta see. Like we want to see the quarterbacks, what they look like. We want to see what the running game look like, what the new play calls might look like. We want to see these new offensive linemen. We kind of know what we got with the defensive linemen, so cool. Linebackers, we got a bunch of new ones. Hey, let's see who looks like what.
That
Safeties, we got a bunch of new ones. We got to see what the safeties look like. So this was a cool spring game just to see what the whole, hey, we might feel like we got holes at linebacker, but then to see the linebackers, it's like, okay, you know what? Hey, he looked like I thought. Like, I think French, he not popping off on, the well-offs and the reach the peoples. Of course, that's just a few plays. But we saw his tape from where he came from, right? 17 tackles for loss. So to not see it on the social media, is you like, hold on, is he who we thought he was? And then he pops up on the spring game, and it's like, okay, yeah, he is who I thought he is. We like the young guy, Branch. Ain't nobody was talking about Branch at safety, and we had questions on the safety.
I would.
So honestly, like some of us had questions on the safety. After Vickers has to get the heart surgery. I think a lot of people like Bayer, but it's like, hey, maybe people feel a way about Ben for whatever reason. So
he's not a starter.
To see Branch pop out like that, it's like, hold on, all right, hold on, we might be cool.
All right, but I said this about Branch. A lot of y'all didn't know who Branch was because y'all didn't. Wasn't. A lot of people wasn't privy to the school he went to. Right, he played for Terry Bridgewater down in Florida, right, and won a state title and this, that, and the third. So a lot of people wasn't privy to him. But he's a skinny built kid, right?
Yeah.
Just wait till about a year from now when he
actually got some college.
He got some college weight on him. You think he's flying around now?
We Coach Waves, I don't even think we gotta wait a year. I think we gotta wait till week 1.
I don't think we gotta wait a year either. But it's a kid that I feel like it was a great pickup for us because he could play in the box, he could play back deep. Yeah. He's rangy. He's a rangy safety. He can go make plays in the open field. That's what you need. And he's 6'2" on top of it. Like he has the size with it. You're
not gonna find a kid his size that's afraid to hit. Like he's not afraid to hit, bro.
So it was just good to see. It was a bunch of names that popped out. Joseph Williams, he was doing things that we thought he should do.
Receiver one.
To see Branch pop up, it's like, okay, we we got something back there at safety. To see Byard in the box, that was cool. To see French stepping up, making tackles. To see young Salt, you know what I'm saying, that linebacker, you know what I'm saying, stepping up doing his thing. To get to see Q6 popping out on a couple little routes, but he was able to see his moves. Donna Hayden, couple good runs. Brandon Hood, couple good runs. So it was good overall to see a team, a kind of a new team, and we just wanted to, hey, is
Right.
he who we thought he was? So I like the spring game. It was good.
I
I
say,
mean,
the baby Salt, the linebacker. He ain't been healthy, right? So he's finally putting everything collectively together, and he's gonna be the surprise player in the linebacker group that a lot of people won't be talking about until you see him on
Nah,
game
we
one,
we
game two,
we
game
like
three.
him.
Yeah, but
yeah.
he just ain't been healthy, right? When he's at TCU, he just wasn't healthy, so he couldn't get on the field. And the defense that they run doesn't fit his skill set. Now he's coming to a defense where he can play freely. The help in front of him, the lineman can control the line of scrimmage for him just to go scrape and go run and go hit, scrape, run and go make a play, right? And he can run with the tight end. So you getting a win-win, bang bang there. So I like him at the linebacker. We need one more just for depth reasons, but we good. Branch and Tafik. That's a hell of a combination at the
Yeah,
same
that's a hell of a
safety spot.
duo.
You talking about speed and hitting and being able to cover maturation? Those two, I like that. I like that combo.
I think Byard probably our best safety that we'll ever have at CU. I'm not gonna lie. I
Mm,
watched his film, like he's really
You said,
that.
hold on, say that again. I missed that. You
that's a
said who
hot
was
take.
what?
Tafik Byard would be our best safety in CU history.
That's a hot take.
I can bet any amount on that. I watched this film, he's really that.
That's a hot take, baby.
Yeah, I got to see it first. Shout out to him though. I ain't saying he can't be, but I gotta see it.
As far as the offensive line, I feel like it's a question mark. I mean, for Coach Prime to go on the press conference and say we need two centers, that's a big factor, a problem that we really need.
It ain't.
I mean, well,
It's
we
not a.
do need two centers.
It's not a. This what y'all fail to realize as a football coach. Two centers mean most guys that play center they can play guard. So when he's saying two centers, he's saying okay, you can play center or guard. Look at all the guards; they can play center.
I mean,
Tyler Brown can play
if
center.
he meant
Yo-Yo
that,
can play
then
center.
if he
You
meant
see,
that,
but
then
that's
I
what.
mean he should say guard, but he said two centers and a
But
right tackle.
listen to what I'm telling you, because of the
Versatility.
simple fact is, if I can get two centers, then I don't have to worry about Yaya and Brown playing center. You get what I'm saying? If I can go find me two centers, they can just worry about guards. But right now, we only have you want to have at least three centers, and right now, all you got three centers, but they also are guards that we don't have right now. Kareem Hard hurt. Uh, we don't know what Houston gonna be. You just lost Flapjack, so I need two centers so that Brown and Yaya can just concentrate on guard and not to concentrate on guard and center, because that's what everybody cried about last year, right? That was our problem. We had too many guys having to go play guard, having to play tackle. You got to move here, you got to move there. So when he said I need me two centers, he's saying I need two centers so that those two guys don't have to worry about center, or maybe McGill and Brown, because I like Yaya as center personally, but I think that's what it is. I don't think it's so much of. I think we read too. Like I say, I know coach lingo, and that's what I'm telling y'all. It's not that he's
Mm-hmm.
saying when you're looking at what you're looking at. Tell me another center besides McGill that we got now that Cash Cleveland gone. I wait.
No, that's why we need two legit centers.
We need two legit centers, so the other two guys that we got playing center can just concentrate on guard. So now we got guard. Now we got depth at guard and at center. Instead of our depth at center is the depth at guard. You don't. That ain't what you want in college football. Now high school, that's something different. But college, no.
I just got a weird. Well, I'm not even gonna say weird. I just know you probably about the end of the draft going into Monday. You gonna see some commitments come out.
I will hope
It ain't no.
because I don't see McGill.
It's
I don't see
already
McGill being
done.
the starting
No,
center.
I know it's already done. I'm saying it's gonna probably come out either. You might get one before the draft, but you definitely gonna get some after the draft. It's some players like that.
Yeah, you
That's
know
what
we
I'm
got to
telling
stay in
y'all.
the
Y'all
headlines.
listen. This is the thing, Bucky. Tonight, this weekend, he's not trying to take away from his guys. So if we come out with a big splash, now we talking about you taking away from Shedeur, and Shiloh and Travis and the boys that's getting drafted. So, hey, I'll wait till about late Saturday, early Sunday before I let
Yeah,
one of
that's why
them
I said
boys drop their
I give it to the
commitment.
weekend. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the same press conference where you say he said that, he told you, well, I already got half of it. Y'all just don't know about it. I got
yeah.
half of it already. I already know what it is, what's going to shake loose. I just ain't going to say nothing to y'all because you get what I'm saying? I just ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to let them kids have their moment. So, I mean, we good. I don't impressed. Zach Chrysler is what we thought he was. We
That's
know
why.
Seaton
That's why
is
I
what
just
we
say.
think he is.
That's why I just say right guard
Houston
because
played
I know
to
Zach got
me,
that sold
but
up.
why? If Houston is healthy and can play, I don't think we need a right tackle because
But
I like Houston.
But he's
but
not healthy.
he's
That's
We
the
still
need a
injured
problem.
backup
though.
though too. We still need somebody behind him.
No, but he's still injured though. Him.
We need. Yeah, but he say he's about ready. He say he's about ready but I don't know. We got to see what the summer. So we got what 4 months, 5 months for him to get all the way ready. But I'm not as worried as people think. Again, I want 16 to 20 offensive linemen. So that's what I want because that's what you need because it's easy to get injured playing offensive line. But
Yeah.
we just this is the thing, guys. I think we get so caught up in what other people doing. Like we can't get caught up in that because Prime ain't gonna never do nothing the way nobody else doing it. It just ain't gonna happen that way. And so
You can say that
we know
again,
right.
coach.
You get what I'm saying? He's just not gonna do it. But his way done work. And I hear everybody say, "Well, Dre, he can't win the big games." Oh, okay. He didn't win the Celebration Bowl. Then he didn't win. We didn't win against BYU. How many kids had checked out in the BYU game? Like, let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many kids be done checked out? Travis went out there and played his behind off. Shedeur went out there and played his behind off. But it was other guys that done checked out. We got kids thinking about portal. We got kids thinking about this. Got kids thinking about that. We got to be
Yeah.
patient. Let this
The
guy
Cal Hill
work
Green was a big loss for us.
and understand that. But here's the thing, though, Bucky. Is he starting at Alabama right now? I'm asking. Has anybody heard
He
anything about Nakai Hill
well, we
Green since
really
he
can't
left
say that
Colorado?
because the
I'll
season.
wait.
We really can't say that because the season has
Hey,
started.
hold
But
on.
I mean, let's be real. He was a valuable to us in Colorado. Let's be real.
He was. I'm not. I'm
I,
not
I
saying
don't
he
know.
wasn't.
Wait a
I
minute.
mean, I'm not
I
saying.
like. Go
Hold
ahead,
on.
coach.
Let coach in.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he wasn't valuable. I'm asking you a clear-cut question. Have you heard any word from the University of Alabama, anybody you know play that anything about the
You breaking up, coach.
You break it. You gotta reset that.
If I'm hearing
good
you,
sign? You don't hear no break.
You
I,
breaking up, country. You gotta
I
reset
think
it. My bad.
I think what he's saying is, did you hear anybody have said that Nakai Hill is definitely starter for Alabama, like
I mean,
guaranteed starter?
we can't
Negative. That's a no.
we can't say that because we haven't seen the season started. I mean, we didn't see Nakai Hill Green start at Colorado, and then what happened? He started.
We
So
all,
it's
I
like,
mean,
But when
So
he came to Colorado,
uh,
we knew he should have been starting.
right.
yeah,
So
that
I
was
think we was
more.
under the impression that he was only going to be there for a year, right? We didn't find out until the end of the season. At least I didn't find out to the end of the season that he had another year eligibility. So I was expecting him to be going in the draft anyway.
Right.
I didn't expect
So
unless I was misinformed.
no, you wasn't. So you weren't misinformed, all right? The when the ruling, the whole of JUCO ruling, and they're always going to find a year eligibility, right? If the NCAA grants you another year eligibility, guess what they're going to tell you? You got to hit the portal. You got to go transfer to another school, and we'll give it to you. If you want to stay at the school that you at, we're not going to give it to you. So in sense, he just knew if he got the extra year from the NCAA and they granted it to him, what he had to do. He had to transfer. It's just what it was. Everybody was already counting him to be gone. And if you really look at the situation, he more than likely probably wasn't gonna play in the bowl game because he was gonna get prepared for the draft. So in a sense, him not playing was already in the factor, already gone. But people start flipping out about it. It's just like,
Nah,
he
you can't say
already
that because
counted that.
You can't say that because Coach Prime was making everybody that was in that draft play in that ball game. So you
Yeah,
can't say
no,
that.
I think he would have played in the bowl game, but I think just to your point, going forward for this season, if you was already expecting him to be gone, then why be mad that he's gone, even though he went to another school? So I
No, I'm
see what
not
you're
mad.
saying, but I
I'm not
still was
mad
kind of
if he
like,
gone.
dang. But once you realize like he had to leave, that's when it's like, all right, could my whole question was, could he have stayed?
Hold on, hold on,
And
hold on,
if he could have stayed,
hold
then
on,
I would
Dale.
have felt the way.
Hold on, Dale. I just want you to know, when the NCAA make rulings and give kids extra years of eligibility, you will see a kid transfer because they're not going to grant it to that school that they're at.
Yeah, look at Carson Beck.
I just want you to know, like what really go on behind the scenes. Like, I know you don't get it, you don't understand the rules and how things work, but that's literally what the NCAA does. Oh yeah, we'll give you another year, but you got to go somewhere else. You can't stay at that school.
Because Carson Beck was supposed to get drafted this year. He's supposed to be in his drag class, but nope. Went to Miami.
Well, them people gonna run him out the city.
He trashed in my
Hey,
opinion.
listen, they already trying to run him out the city. He didn't break because if he didn't break up his girlfriend, he's really gonna be done. But luckily, his girlfriend broke up with him because he's already having a problem.
What
You hear
happened
about
with man? I don't,
Nah, I don't know nothing about him and his girlfriend.
I didn't
yeah,
know that.
they was trying to run him out the city already, and because they was like he was too running up behind his girlfriend too much. He wasn't focused on the playbook, this, that, and the third. So
Okay.
yeah, so what I'm saying,
Oh,
his girlfriend.
he's a little whip. He got a little whip. Okay,
So
little
what
whip
I'm saying,
lad. I got you.
He
his
trashed in my opinion.
his girlfriend broke up with him, and they said ever since his girlfriend broke up with him, you know what I'm saying, he been on a whole different another page. So that's just what
But
it is.
y'all think we need another running back?
Definitely.
We gonna get it. We gonna get another one. That's for sure.
I don't think we need one. I think we're gonna
Yes, you
get
do.
one.
You need another one. You gotta think. You have to think about the wear and tear, right? If you go to an injury, so right now you're talking about 4 running backs, right?
Yeah.
2 of them are gonna play. If both of them get hurt, now you're down to 2, right? And you can't even practice now. You need to have that 5th one.
And then
Just for practice.
the fact that look at the roster that we have now. I mean, besides Charlie Alfredal, we got to be honest. Everybody in our running back room is injury prone. Like during the season, all last year, going into the spring this year, everybody has been injured. So it's like we don't got a good all around back that has been upright this whole season.
How you Rob, how you feel about B Hood?
He should be our scat back. He should have a lot of snaps this year. I think this should be his breakout year.
In my book of ELD, he might be running back 1.
If
Okay, I
that
still
can't,
I still got Dalvin as my RB one, but
I know.
I got Dalvin as my RB one, but I got B Hood as my RB two. Right now, as the room is constructed.
You listen. You know why you put Brandon Hood as your number 1?
why?
Because his coach is Marshall Faulk, and he does everything that Marshall Faulk does. You gotta look at who Marshall Faulk is, what he wants out of a running back, right? And look how he plays. Brandon Hood is the closest thing to how he plays, as far as his game versatility wise, right? As far as running the ball, pass blocking, catching out the backfield. That's what Brandon Hood is. Brandon Hood should have been playing last year, but I'm gonna leave that conversation for another day. But
We had to let his leg get back out. You know what I'm saying
Yeah, I think
200%.
injuries was
when you,
having
Yeah.
him
That's what I
back.
was gonna tell you. I wasn't gonna know. I didn't expect when they got him. I was like, okay, we got him for a year to get him
yeah,
healthy, and
I'm not saying the
then
beginning of the year. I'm talking about mid-year, using them out the backfield to catch passes, things like
well,
that.
nobody could stay healthy. We wasn't finna put
Yeah,
nobody out there, and we can't every week you go have a good game, and then somebody get hurt.
Yeah,
That
hurt.
ain't
yeah.
Yeah,
helping
that's
us
what I'm
none.
saying. The whole movement
And I
injury
agree. That's
prone.
what I'm saying. I agree. that's why I tell people I don't think we had a bad running back room. I just think we just were just unlucky
Yeah.
because Hayden went out there, he had a good game. Next week he hurt.
Yep.
Okay, we went out there, we put IA in. He go out there almost go for 100. He get hurt.
Next we heard. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's why
Now
I try
what?
to tell B Watt.
Michael Wells come down here to Orlando and put on a show. The next week he hurt.
Hey,
Yeah.
you
Like,
talking? We talking about
And
Michael
you,
Wilson now.
and you
Michael,
talking
everybody
about
want Michael Wilson to start. He hurt right now.
you don't want another running back. Come on, we already
So
down
let
to
me
three
ask you
of them.
this too, Rob. How you feel about it's two people? Well, I'll just ask both of them. How you feel about Cam Michael? I wouldn't say getting moved to running back, but take over there, taking some running back, reps and all that, and then obviously Draylon too. But how you feel about this Cam first? Because he was
y'all,
we know Draylon
did,
was always somebody that would line up back there, but
Dale,
seeing Cam in some of the videos was a little bit new. So how you feel
Dale,
about that? What's up, Coach Jay?
did you hear the press conference? You didn't
Nah,
hear you. Oh, so you didn't hear you didn't. Oh, no, I'm not being funny, bro.
no,
So
I said I did.
Yeah, you may
what you
want to hear
call
that
it
press
said.
conference.
The press conference, Pat Sherman said the dude asked the same thing. Hey man, how you feel about using Cam McHale at running back? And Pat Sherman, he said, oh, I don't see him there. We gonna use him at at receiver. Another reporter came right behind, asked the same stupid question. He said, again, I don't see him in the backfield. If when he's out there on offense for us, he'll be at receiver. So that's what I tell everybody. I think we just didn't have the numbers. I think, like you say,
That
Michael,
day.
they had already told Michael he wasn't gonna play in the spring game, and I think they had told Charlie he wasn't gonna play in the spring game. So I just think they just did it because, like Rob say, if somebody get hurt, if we don't get another running back, we ain't got no depth. We can't even
Kind
run.
of like Harge last year, how Harge was playing
Right,
running back in
right,
the spring
right,
game.
And
Right.
It's
if you
irritating.
go
Yeah,
off
right.
if you go off the spring game that we just saw, I mean, that was the perfect time to put Cam back there. They put a walk on back there, so I don't think Cam was gonna ever play
Right, right,
running
right.
back or
Well,
anything like that.
here's the thing: you're not putting Cam there in the spring game because the running back's alive. They can get hit, and they ain't finna risk Cam getting hurt. So
Yeah.
that's not even. So that's point number one. Number two, I would say this: if you're gonna see wide receivers in the backfield, you're gonna see Draylon, you're gonna see Isaiah Hodge. They're gonna put them in the backfield a lot this year. You're gonna see a lot of 12 personnel. You're gonna see a lot of two backs in the backfield. Where you're gonna have one of those two, either Draylon or Isaiah Hodge, or if not both in the backfield, running some misdirection to get them out in space and let them run.
Yeah, I
You
think most of us want to see Draylon back there.
man, they might sneak Q6 back there and have him run a Tyreek, right? Run a circle behind it and jet out and get the ball into his hands so they can utilize the speed. You're gonna see us utilize the receivers in a different aspect than you did in the past. Just because we have more speed overall at the wide receiver position than we did last year. So they're going to try to get them out of space because at the end of the day, like you talk about college football, it's more of a space game than it is at the NFL just because of the way that they spot the balls from hash to hash. So you're going to have opportunities where you got to be one person and you beat that one person into the house with six. So I think we're gonna be fine at running back. We're gonna run the ball, as I always been saying. We're gonna run the ball more this year than we have in the past, just because Shedeur Sanders is not back there, throwing the ball. So
I
we're
want
gonna.
I would like to hear y'all take on the tight end room. How y'all feel about the tight end room? I like the tight end room. At least I like Atkins. I like the
yeah,
way
we
he
need
walks
a
in
if
spring.
we
Well,
need
here's
another one.
no, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Our best tight end, our second best tight end, ain't even been there.
Talking about the high
He's
schooler?
he's a high schooler. He's 6'5", 260. He ain't even been there. He's our second best tight end, and he ain't even been there. Just
I
wait till he
mean
get there.
the fact that we use the fact that we use Savelle Smalls a lot and bro got 2 left feet, I really feel like we need another tight end, bro.
I don't think we do because we get him, and what Charlie did in the spring game, he shows you he could be serviceable if somebody
Yeah,
gets
both
hurt.
two of them
So
did.
you're fine. I just think we wait till the complete room get there, right? We're so hairy to jump to like, man, we need another. We don't actually need another one. Will we take one? Yes. And we listen. And we can land another pass catch to tight end. I'm here for it. But I think our second best tight end has not got there. Just because he wanted to go finish and win a state title in basketball. If he would have just came in the wintertime, I don't even think this is a conversation right now of do we need another tight end. We just need one because y'all haven't seen our second best tight end, which is going to be a incoming freshman this year. He's just not there. We'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing Smalls at practice. I ain't gonna lie. So he need to hurry up. Come on.
Hold on, buddy. Why you hating on
And
my
not
guy
Coach,
Smalls?
Coach Dre, yeah.
Listen, hold on. Listen, now, hold on now. Now we're not gonna talk about my guy Smalls, but my boy been doing an adequate job. I'm not saying he know all pro tight end. He know Shannon Sharp. Oh, well, my bad.
Nah.
He know
Gronk.
Gates. No Gronk or nothing like that right there. No Aaron Hernandez and nothing like. Golly, I'm just messing up some wrong names. But none of them
Nah, Coach
guys.
Dre, he can't even run straight.
He hurt right now, so. But bro, this what I think. I think that coming out of high school, they should have kept him at tight end. If y'all go watch his high school film, that kid at tight end, y'all will say, "Oh my God, why did he ever get moved from tight end to defensive end?" But I get y'all. But again, like Rob said, with the guy coming in from high school, I think we'll be good at the tight end. If we go get one more, I'll be. It'll just be a piece. But the thing is, the only thing I be saying now is you got to be careful with who we going to get, cause like
Yeah.
Sam Hart, you got hurt, you ain't even healthy and you hit the portal. Like, huh?
No,
I thought I thought he hung it up though. He hung it up.
I think he's gonna end up retiring from football.
He
Yeah, he
retired.
hung it
Okay.
up.
Cause I was just finna say how you didn't play none and you want to hit the portal. I don't get that, but man, yeah, I'm sorry the phone keeps going out, fellas. But it's spring season around here, and coaches calling like crazy. When you got one of the top linebackers around, but the phone always ringing.
Yeah, hey, listen, for y'all that's tuning in right now, me and Coach Dre, we're gonna be on the road this summer, doing some recruiting visits. Don't ask me to if a kid coming to this school, that school, I'm not gonna answer the question. So don't even ask, right? But me and Coach Dre, we're gonna be on the road this summer. His son, which is who I represent, is gonna be taking some college visits. He's an upcoming senior. He's a dog. You know what I'm
Is he
saying?
Warren Sapp type or?
Listen.
Well, we play both. We play both.
Listen. We was at the elite camp. Hey, Matt Chesney, you want that film, dog? We can pull it up, baby. We got the film versus them boys. So hey, yeah, we got some killers now.
We see another Christian Hudson, huh?
Hey.
Well, Christian Hudson, my guy. You get what I'm saying? His daddy and my brother they best friends. So
yeah, that's one of our guys.
They know like I grew up watching that kid play. My son about that size. He about maybe David about right at about 6'1", but we starred on offense. We played defense too. Last year we had to play more. If we could have a better offensive alignment, we would move David strictly to defense, but we can't because he's our best offensive lineman. So we just like you say, man, we just doing our thing, bro. We not we just being patient. It's a process to this thing, man. And then the biggest thing for high school kids is the transfer portal. So y'all say it's 10,000 kids in the transfer portal, right? So those kids that have been on college campuses. So it's very hard for high school kids right now. Like it's tough. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. It's coaches that call me and say, hey, Coach, we like them guys' film, but Coach, we just not bringing in no high school kids.
Yep.
We not bringing in no high school kids. We got to go get them out the portal. We got to go get some kids that's ready. So my biggest thing for high school kids is, man, you got to look like you're ready to come in and help a college football team, like how Q6 is now, how Farrakhan is, how Hudson playing right now, how Merritt is playing, how McPherson is playing. That's the kind of high school kids they're looking for, because a lot of it's getting to the point where they don't want to develop. They just want kids that's ready. When you
ready to
got
go right now.
10,000 kids in the transfer portal, it's hard for high school kids, bro. So again, you're gonna see a lot of top dogs in the high school ranks. They're gonna end up going to FCS schools. The HBCU schools are gonna really flourish under this. Like Vic and Deshaun Jackson are gonna really pick up some great kids because of this right here. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Hey,
So,
y'all see Cash committed to Texas Tech?
Yep. No, I mean he
dude,
back to home.
I mean, he went home. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. It was going to either be Texas Tech or it was going to be Mississippi State. That was the two schools. That was it. Like all the other offers, yeah, they were nice, but it was going to be Mississippi State with somebody he know who he felt like. Cash really feel like Coach Phil Lohos was one of the major factors why he played. And so it was going to either be that or go home to Texas where it's, if y'all don't see, Cash is a real family-oriented guy. And he's been away from home since I want to say his sophomore year in high school because he came to IMT. And IMT is like a college. So that's why another reason why them kids from IMT, they be ready to play football at college because it's like a college. So Cash has not been home in Texas or with his parents since he was been a sophomore in high school. So he went straight from down here in Bradenton and went straight to Colorado.
We
So,
played him this year or next year?
We don't
he
play him
what?
this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I know we don't play him this year.
If you pay attention, everybody that left the Buffaloes, if they commit to a Big 12 school, they're not. We don't play them. So, mute your mic, dog. What you doing? Yeah. All right. So yeah, everybody that's committed to a school right now that's left Colorado that's playing in the Big 12, we don't even play them. So we won't even have opportunities to see them this year. But we wish them best. On their endeavors or wherever they went. And we're gonna still support them, right? So just it's all good. So. But Warren, what's up, man? What you got to say? I know you've been waiting to talk for a minute, so go ahead, man.
Man, I'm just want to say, man, hit that like button, subscribe, and share the content. Let's lift up each other. I like our team, man. I'm happy, and I know Prime has never failed me before, so I don't expect him to fail me now. So I'm putting this out on your show, 11-1, bro. Yeah, that part. Yes, sir.
Hey man, hey, as always, man, I appreciate y'all boys for coming up, man. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in right now because y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all here rocking with us today. I know it's been a while since y'all seen RobDaManMedia out, on the platform, actually having a show, and not being a guest on somebody else's show. But we'll be around. We got a lot in store for the summer, the upcoming season. And so it's a journey. It's a process of what we got going on, what we're doing, and what we're taking the brand to. We're gonna be adding some things onto the platform. So just rock with us, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna see a difference of certain things. You're gonna see some things from some high school things that we bring to RobDaManMedia. You're gonna see us on different platforms, whether that's Colorado platforms or basketball platforms, talking WNBA, talking college basketball, stuff like that. So you're gonna see us on different platforms. So I just want to put that out there. So if y'all wonder like what we've been at, what we've been doing, this, that, and the third, we working. We just branching off and building RobDaManMedia in a different light than what you've seen from the past.
Man, thank you, Rob. Thank you, Coach Dre.
Oh man, we appreciate it. Like you say, man, I tell people all the time, man, I'm just a nobody. What we come out here to do is exactly what the lady said. I was so proud of what the lady said at college at the spring game when she was talking about how Coach Prime is the leader in this movement of these informal players coaching, whether it's football or basketball, especially with Charlie Ward just being named Florida A&M head basketball coach. But now you get to hear the stories that his whole family went to Florida A&M. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's been around his whole life. He just decided, he was a good enough talent to go to Florida State and to do what he did at Florida State. But to say that Coach Prime is the leader and to say that Charlie Ward called Coach Prime to talk to him, for Vic to say that, he talked to Prime every week. Prime helped him with his coaching schedule, gives him the knowledge, and that's all it is, man, is us trying to be together, because once we get together, can't nobody stop us. Can't nobody be out here. You get what I'm saying? And that's how I am about these CU content creators. Well, my brothers. I can't say everybody because we don't mess with everybody. Now, we ain't going to say that. I ain't going to sit here and tell
Yeah.
them lies. But the brotherhood that you see, wherever you see us at, B. Watts, Dino up the skull. You get what I'm saying? My guy Russ, you know we mess with Duke the Scoop and them guys over there, and Jake and RK. So the guys that we mess with and that give us respect, too much is given, much is required. And all I'm doing is trying to bring this thing together and show that, hey, we can get on here. I'm not saying that we're gonna agree with everything. I know that's not gonna happen, but I always tell y'all, it's a way that you talk about it. It's a way you discuss it. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to call a kid trash or demean him in no such way, because real ball players know. You don't have to tell them. If David played bad, I guarantee you, I don't have to tell David he played bad. He gonna tell me, I know, I got to get better. Or I know he gonna come home and he gonna turn that film on, and in the morning when I ask him what play, he like, I don't like this play. I didn't do right. No, like real ball players that's trying to get better, they already know they played bad. Now, do I expect you to come on here and critique them? Yes, I expect people to do that. But it's a way to do it. It ain't. But beating a dead horse ain't gonna make nothing no better.
Thanks.
You get what I'm saying? Beating a dead horse ain't gonna make nothing no better. My analogy gonna always stay the same. If you had we went out to Ruth Chris, or we took you to whatever 5-star restaurant you want to go to, and this man came, you watch these people prepare this food, and boy, you ready to get your eat on. He say, oh, hold on 1 second, let me go get your plate. He goes outside and gets the garbage can lid, and he puts your food on the garbage can lid. Are you eating that? The answer is no, and you liable to cuss him out for trying you like that. Well, then why would you do a kid like that, or a young man like that who chasing his dream? Because hey, even I don't care how old you is, you still got dreams. You still want to be something. You want to be something in life. But let me tell you that everybody is something in life. Your life is valuable. You are worth it. You just got to believe that you're worth it. And you can't expect God to bless you if you can't bless nobody else. And that's, I think, a lot of people forget that. God don't want you to use your gift for yourself. God wants you to use your gift to bless others. So, like I say, man, Dale, Uncle Warren, man, we appreciate it. I know y'all boys be over there repping real hard with Dino, and we appreciate it. Whenever I get a chance, I try to come over there and catch y'all boys. Y'all know I'm gonna be in and out. We start practice Monday, so
I'll say this: if y'all boys do a show today, I'll jump on the show. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but love. Y'all know what it is on this side. But like Coach Dre said, man, we support people, man. We might be in the weeds. You might see us jump in the chat and talk, but we support. You know what I'm saying? Who support us? That's the bottom line. That's the easiest way to put it.
We know who. We know who. I mean, who's who. We know who's down. We already know that, so you ain't got to worry about Dino up the skull. We just represent. That's for sure. Yes, sir. I love, man.
Oh yeah, appreciate you. Coach Dre, go ahead and close us off before we get up off this thing, man. Hold on. You got anything to say, Dale, before we close this thing out?
might already be gone.
Okay. Go ahead, Coach Dre. Go ahead and close us out.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all coming through, man. Y'all stay positive today. Don't freak out if our boy don't go in the top in the top 3, man. Just be patient. God got a plan, and it's gonna be executed today. Everybody gonna get to see it. So I want everybody to stay positive, stay uplifted, stay encouraged. And like I always tell you, if I send those ships out, those ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can't be answered if they haven't been prayed. I am your man, Coach Dre. That is my brother, RobDaManMedia. God bless, and we'll see y'all next time.
See y'all, man. Hey, if you're rewatching this, make sure you leave a comment. And just let us know how you're feeling, how you're doing, man. It's been a blessing to be out here talking Colorado football, talking your Buffs to the NFL. and what the product we gonna see. We will be back. We will be back this sometime this weekend and Monday. Back at our regular time, so y'all don't want to miss. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all smash that like button before y'all leave out this thing. We out.